now, and we can go ahead and start right into the game itself. From my understanding, looks like Republic Poly will be using France throughout the entire finals, and Nanyang Polytechnic will be using Barcelona firstly, and they might change it to Paris Saint-Germain later on, but we'll see how it goes. And of course, like I mentioned earlier on, both of these two teams have gone into this final round totally undefeated. Republic Poly went 2-0 against IT College West in the quarterfinals. They met IT College Central, who we saw yesterday on stream. But Republic Poly beat them pretty easily as well, 2-0 for that match. Nanyang Poly, on the other hand, faced IT College East in the quarterfinal round, won that one 2-0, and they faced Temasek Polytechnic and beat them 2-0 as well. So as I mentioned earlier on, totally undefeated, both of these two teams. So one of them will actually lose for the very first time on stage. And of course, if you guys are watching from home or from your mobiles on twitch.tv/Skoga, welcome to the Campus Legends here at Singapore Indoor Stadium. And kicking things off are Barcelona, being controlled by the players from Nanyang Polytechnic. They will be using the away kit, playing from left to right on offense right now, and their opponents, Republic Poly, using the legendary blue and white home strip of France, playing from right to left. And of course, this is a 2v2 tournament, and they're both playing together at the same time, so teamwork is of the essence. As we see Barcelona with nice possession play on the left-hand side. Here comes Philippe Coutinho. And actually that went off for a goal kick. Well defended here by France. Long punt up. Quite a cagey start for this match. Yesterday's match, we saw IT College Central face up against SIT, Singapore Institute of Technology, and that was end-to-end stuff, non-stop for all two matches. I see a little bit of attack here on the left-hand side building up, but it's pretty well defended by France as they go on for their counter-attack on the right-hand side with Antoine Griezmann going all the way back to the centre-backs. Cutting through the middle, N'Golo Kante has space forward. Barcelona players seem to be backing off there, allowing Kante to try a pass. Finds absolutely nobody in particular. Here comes a forward run here. Lionel Messi, the number 10 for Barcelona, cuts it back. Tries to get past the defender. Almost got past Luka Hernandez. Unable to do so. Messi tries to get the ball back, but France keeps the ball in play. Ousmane Dembele on the left. Kylian Mbappe loses it uncharacteristically. Here comes Suarez with the first shot of the game and the first goal of the day as well. It's 1-0 in favor of Nanyang Polytechnic. Excellent through ball there by Lionel Messi. And Suarez from almost outside the box finishes it for the first goal of the day. Blaise Matuidi going all the way, almost squeezes one, hits the post and into the grateful arms of Ter Stegen, the goalkeeper for Barcelona. And Lionel Messi stealing it in front of the defender Umtiti there. Varane with the important tackle to dispossess Lionel Messi. It could have been 2-0 up if not for his tackle. Pogba, nice flick there. Blaise Matuidi, options in front and to his left. Mbappe finding Ousmane Dembele with the cross. A bit too high and too powerful, goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Arturo Vidal to Sergio Busquets in the middle. Wayward pass there. Quick counter-attack now by France. No foul call there as Kylian Mbappe is dispossessed yet again. And on the left, Lionel Messi now. Swinging from right to left, Lionel Messi. All over the pitch, his movement. And Barcelona has a corner kick now. An attacking corner kick on the left. Will he go short? He does. Messi on the ball. La Croqueta move to get past one defender. Unable to get past Paul Pogba, however. A throw-in comes in. At an awkward position, but still an attacking one. Nice teamwork there by Nanyang Polytechnic. Goes for a shot. A little too close to Hugo Lloris, and the goalkeeper passes it out to the left. Somehow the ball finding Ousmane Dembele on the left-hand side. Here comes Mbappe again. Down the middle. Finds himself all alone. Manages to keep play inside. Pogba on the right. Which option does he go to? Kylian Mbappe at a spectacular position. One-on-one with Marc-Andre ter Stegen, but unable to finish the ball. Kylian Mbappe not doing very well at all in the first 30 minutes of this game. Losing the ball a little too often, and when he had the one-on-one opportunity, does not make it count. This is going to be interesting for Republic Polytechnic, who's using funds, as they said that Kylian Mbappe will be their talisman for the game, and that's not going all too well for them at the moment. Here comes Barcelona. Lionel Messi, nice drag back there. Time shot, unfortunately, goes extremely wayward. Suarez unable to add to his earlier goal. Still 1-0 for Barcelona. Nanyang Polytechnic has had the lion's share of the possession now, but just as I said that, they do lose it to France. Here comes Kylian Mbappe all alone, up against 4 players. Can he go alone? Gerard Piqué, however, dispossesses him pretty easily. And again, Nanyang Polytechnic plays the ball out of the defense so easily. Ousmane Dembele looking forward. Lionel Messi passing it to Luis Suarez on the right channel. Back to Lionel Messi. Is he going to go for a pass or a shot? Tries to squeeze one through the defense. N'Golo Kante with the last-minute interception. There have been a one-on-one opportunity for Barcelona as Nanyang Polytechnic smartly spreads the play wide, switches the flanks. Messi yet again being a thorn in the defense for France. Vidal, Busquets, Messi gets past 4 defenders all around him. It's going to be a penalty kick for Barcelona as Samuel Blaise Matuidi was judged to have manhandled him a little bit too harshly there. Will he go for the right or the left? He goes right down the middle, and Nanyang Polytechnic increases their lead to 2-0. Mbappe still going on his own there. He's pretty much starved of any space whatsoever. Kylian Mbappe not able to do much in terms of attacking. Let's see if they're going to make any formational or strategic changes in the second half, as we see Lionel Messi laying off to the right flank for Ousmane Dembele. Here he comes yet again. Has been absolutely instrumental for Nanyang Polytechnic, Lionel Messi. Here comes Kylian Mbappe. Is he taking too long? He's trying to get past so many defenders on his own. Here comes Pogba. Kante trying to go for a cheeky little flick. Does not go off so well. I think that went off Ousmane Dembele. Yes, it did. Barcelona throw in deep into injury time. Only 2 minutes of injury time given. And he has elapsed. So coming into halftime, Nanyang Polytechnic playing as Barcelona, they have the lead 2-0 against Republic Polytechnic, who kicks the second half off using France, playing from left to right. This is a best-of-3 tournament, of course, so even if Republic Poly loses this first match, it's not all game over. They still have a chance to win it all. And it looks like they have to do some defending here as Nanyang Polytechnic tries to charge down the middle with Ousmane Dembele. Well defended by the left back, Hernandez there. Here comes France. Building play up in the middle. Paul Pogba trying to feed Kylian Mbappe. Not doing too well. I think they need to make some sort of strategic change here. Maybe utilizing Antoine Griezmann, who's been pretty quiet on the right flank. Maybe he should be in the middle, or even put in a target man in the form of Olivier Giroud, who I'm sure is waiting on the substitutes bench. any case, Barcelona holds possession. Loses it immediately right there. Mbappe manages to draw a foul. And Gerard Piqué actually loses. Short free kick taken by Matuidi. He loses the ball yet again, but maybe he's strong enough to keep it in. Yes, he does. Samuel Umtiti, wild pass forward, finds absolutely nobody except the Barcelona defenders. Here comes a 4-on-3 attack. Luckily for France, that attack breaks down. Still Barcelona on the attack again. Arturo Vidal, Lionel Messi, not able to latch on to that. Pretty much all Barcelona in terms of possession at the moment in the entire game, but maybe you can have a quick counter-attack here as Antoine Griezmann gets around Jordi Alba, but Alba, what a challenge there. The referee does not give a penalty for that, deems that as a clean tackle. Here comes Mbappe, however, gets past two. Antoine Griezmann, nice drag back, well blocked by Gerard Piqué, cleanly at that. Now France have to do a lot of defending as Lionel Messi sachets his way down the middle. Nice play control run there. Ousmane Dembele on the right side. Nanyang Polytechnic on the ascendancy. Can they find the third goal? Luis Suarez scored one. Can he add to that? To Vidal, back to Sergio Busquets. Nice keeping of play. Play carries on. Still Lionel Messi. He's been such a terrifying proposition for Barcelona. What a thorn he's been in the defense for France. Gerard Piqué with a great interception there. Long ball lofted to the right flank. Ousmane Dembele brings it down cleanly on his left foot. Lacroix Keita comes in. Green time shot, well saved by Hugo Lloris. 68 minutes have elapsed. Can France break the deadlock? Funny, somebody calls for a change in strategy. It actually seems to be Barcelona, but France going straight into the changes as well. 2-0. Currently the scoreline reads in favor of Nanyang Polytechnic. Remember, both of these two teams did go through the entire competition totally unbeaten, undefeated. And it looks like Republic Poly might encounter their first loss here. But as I mentioned earlier on, this is a best of three. So even if they lose this first match, if they can win the next two matches, the championship is theirs. Switching off play by Barcelona to the left flank. Philippe Coutinho laying it forward to Luis Suarez. Tanguy Ndombele, the new man for Tottenham, is being brought in for N'Golo Kante, I believe. No, here's N'Golo Kante himself. As France tries to break down the defense, but Barcelona's defense is so resolute. They're hell-bent on keeping that clean sheet intact. In fact, here comes Ousmane Dembele. The cross comes in, cleared by Matuidi. Long ball forward by Pogba, trying to seek out either Mbappe or Griezmann, finding absolutely nobody except for the head of Gerard Piqué, I believe that was. Here comes Messi, nice through ball. Oh, he can go for a shot right there. Decides to pass it down to Coutinho. It could have been an easy third goal for Ousmane Dembele. Instead, it's a goal kick for France. Still plenty of time to score 2 goals, of course, France. There's only 78 minutes elapsed. There's still another 12 or so minutes in game time, and anything can happen in football. Here comes Dembele, the run by Kylian Mbappe. Will this be the first goal of the game? Yes, it is. Just squeezes past the legs of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. 2-1. There's still, of course, time for France to get an equalizer. Barcelona could have been 3-0 up if not for that wayward last-minute pass there. Probably pressed the wrong button. Will they rue their chances? Here comes Vidal. Lionel Messi. What a tackle by Rafael Varane. The goal scorer Kylian Mbappe in the middle, waiting for support to run past him. Too long, however, got tackled, but France unable to keep the ball there yet again. Barcelona on the attack. What a through ball. Splits the left channel now. Luis Suarez. Back to Messi. Too many French bodies in the way. Sergio Busquets with the interception. Barcelona has been playing the defensive game pretty solidly so far, but got to do something here as Antoine Griezmann tries to move forward. Nigel Semedo in an excellent position to get an interception off. Just about 2.5 in-game minutes remaining. Can Paul Pogba score? Screamer from outside the box. Too much defensive attention around him. Lionel Messi just shrugs off the attentions of the defender. Nice through ball over the top. Philippe Coutinho only past Rafael Varane and he's on to goal. Forced to go wide. Probably the smart play, however. Only 1 more minute of additional time remaining, and as they keep the ball, it could be too late for France to mount a comeback. And it seems that the Barcelona used by Nanyang Polytechnic will play that out, and it is full time. So Nanyang Polytechnic wins the first match of this best of 3 in the grand final of the 2v2 FIFA 19 competition for the Campus Legends tournament here at Singapore Indoor Stadium. I wonder if Nanyang Polytechnic will switch to Paris Saint-Germain. They did say that they might switch to PSG for match number 2. We will see if that's the case or whether they will continue to use Barcelona and continue their winning run. So as it stands now in the entire tournament, it is Nanyang Polytechnic who has gone through undefeated, 100% win record. Whereas Republic Polytechnic, you just saw them capitulating in their very first loss of the entire tournament. And it does seem that we will be switching to a Paris Saint-Germain versus France matchup here. Nanyang Polytechnic has elected to switch to Paris Saint-Germain. We'll see if that will put a spanner in the works. And can France, controlled by Republic Polytechnic, mount a comeback? And of course, if you guys are watching from home, from twitch.tv/Skoga, welcome to the Campus Legends. This is a 2v2 FIFA 19 competition. This is the grand finals of this tournament, the championship match. Could be actually championship match for Nanyang Polytechnic if they win this. All these teams, of course, fighting for a $3,000 prize pool worth of cash and scholarships. We had 8 teams from 8 campuses, but we're now down to the final 2. Nanyang Polytechnic has the game advantage. All they have to do is win this match right now and they will win the entire championship. Of course, Republic Polytechnic can still nick it, but they have to win this match. Otherwise, they will be eliminated and they will go home in 2nd place. Lots of changes right now, but it looks like both teams are using a 4-2-3-1 formation. Marquinhos for Paris Saint-Germain being utilized as a DM. So that's pretty interesting because normally he is a centre-back, but he does have the passing abilities to play as a central defensive midfielder. So we'll see whether France is able to mount a comeback here. They did mention that Kylian Mbappe was their talisman and they're going to utilize him to great effect. Unfortunately, it looks like Nanyang Polytechnic has been listening and they've pretty much marked Mbappe out of the match earlier on in match 1. We'll see if there's any changes for match number 2 as we kick things off. This could potentially be the very final match of the day here. Nanyang Polytechnic using Paris Saint-Germain in the darker kit, playing from left to right, and their opponents, Republic Polytechnic, using France. Lost earlier on in the first match. We'll see if there is a change in fortunes for them. They are, of course, playing in the away kit, the white and blue kit for France. And they're on the attack right now. Here comes Mbappe, almost getting past Pascal Kimpembe, the defender for Paris Saint-Germain. Not quite happening there. Launching another through ball on the left. Angel Di Maria. Varane not strong enough there. Luckily for him, the other defenders are there to help. Adrian Rabiot, the header forward. Angel Di Maria, down the middle. Long range shot. First time shot there by Neymar. Goes awfully wide, however. Goal kick for France. First 10 minutes, very cagey match here so far. In fact, it was a cagey first match early on in comparison to the match we saw yesterday between SIT and IT College Central, which was pretty much end-to-end stuff. Goals galore. I think about 15 goals were scored over 2 matches yesterday. In comparison, perhaps because of the nature of it being a grand final, nobody wants to make a mistake. Playing very cautiously, very carefully now. Neymar Jr. almost lost the ball. Kylian Mbappe surrounded by 3 players here. Tornado flick, is that a foul? No foul there. As France gets let off with not even a slap on the wrist. But again, the same mistake as what we saw in the first match. As soon as France get the ball, they don't seem to be able to break down the opponent's defense. Heel-to-heel flicks there by Antoine Griezmann. Pretty much not of use. Here comes Mbappe trying to cut in. Thomas Müller, the left back, with a nice tackle there to dispossess Mbappe. And here comes the opposite number. Paris Saint-Germain charging forward. What a tackle by Umtiti. Yet another misplaced pass by the boys from Republic Polytechnic. Here comes one good one, however. Antoine Griezmann finding lots of space on the right flank. Gets a corner for his troubles. Could be taken short. Here comes France. Remember, they do have to win it if they want to stay in the tournament. N'Golo Kante with the deep cross. Umtiti, the header only finding the post. Still no goal for Republic Poly. That's the closest we've seen to a goal so far in this second match of the series. Here comes Antoine Griezmann. Still not able to get past his marker. Calmly done there by Nanyang Polytechnic as they play the ball on the ground and out of danger. Marquinhos, the makeshift defensive midfielder, loses the ball, however, with a wayward pass. Antoine Griezmann still having so much trouble trying to dribble his way away from the marker. Just finding his passing complete there. Paul Pogba, however, gets his return pass intercepted. Luckily for him, his teammate Dembele manages to get the ball in. Lots of interceptions here by the Paris Saint-Germain team. Draxler, what a through ball. Surely this is the first goal. Actually caught offside. Must be millimeters offside there. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe makes amends. It's 2-on-1 now. Julian Draxler back to Mbappe. Will go for shots. Yes, he does. The goalkeeper expecting a shot to the far end. Manual control by one of the players from Republic Polytechnic to intercept that. But Mbappe just decides to whack it in the near post. 1-0 ahead. If the scoreline stays this way, Nanyang Polytechnic will go home as champions of this tournament. It's now all or nothing for France. Republic Polytechnic has to score at least 2 goals if they want to stay in this competition. First time shot there by Kylian Mbappe. Whizzes past safely. Here comes attack by Republic Polytechnic. Well defended yet again by Paris Saint-Germain. Angel Di Maria holds the ball on the left-hand flank. Paris Saint-Germain now content with holding possession. They have the lead, they have the ball, inching their way forward. Cutting it back, too many defenders ahead of Neymar. Nice run there, Kylian Mbappe to beat the offside trap. Does he have the speed? Look at the pace of Kimpembe, the centre-back for Paris Saint-Germain, as yet again the players from Nanyang Polytechnic strips the ball away from their opponents. Paul Pogba down the middle. Mbappe twisting and turning. Gets the ball back. Still Kylian Mbappe. First time shot. Green time finish. Unable to get past the goalkeeper. Try as they might, they just can't score at the moment here, Nanyang Republic Polytechnic. They do have the ball back now, however. Lady Luck has not been on their side. Here comes another attack on the right flank. And yet again, Kimpembe with the important tackle. Daniel Alves just whacks it into Rosette. As an attacking throw-in comes in, collected by Paul Pogba. The pass comes too early. And as Matuidi tries to challenge the ball, the referee considers it too little too late as we go into half-time. Paris Saint-Germain, controlled by Nanyang Polytechnic, they have the lead. Not only do they have the lead in this game, they have the lead in the championship. They did win the first match early on, and this being a best 2 out of 3 format, if the scoreline stays this way, Nanyang Polytechnic will be crowned champions of the 2v2 FIFA 19 Campus League Championship here. Unless Republic Polytechnic, playing as France, on the ball right now with Antoine Griezmann, has anything to say against that. Griezmann flicking his way forward. Mbappe with a shot yet again. Gianluigi Buffon saves the powerful shot from Mbappe. Unable to do anything for that one, however. And finally, Antoine Griezmann manages to find himself on the score sheet. It's 1-1. Game on right now. RP not going home quite yet. Wayward pass there by Republic Polytechnic. They still have the ball, however. Here comes the 1-2. Ousmane Dembele on the left flank. Trying to get a 1-2 pass with Kylian Mbappe. Daniel Alves reads that effortlessly. As the counter-attack comes in for Paris Saint-Germain. Nanyang Polytechnic on the offense. Here comes Neymar, looking for Julian Draxler. Does he have the strength? Yes, he does. Tries to pass it to Neymar, but Rafael Varane with the all-important interception there heads it back to the goalkeeper to make sure the scoreline is still level at 1-1. Here comes Antoine Griezmann, the goal scorer, and finally Kylian Mbappe finds his running legs, chips it forward, trying to find, I believe that's Paul Pogba in the middle. Headed out by the defenders for a corner kick. Taken long. Easily headed out by the defender. N'Golo Kante now outside the box. Trying to find options. Finds one in the form of Antoine Griezmann outside the box. So many defenders in front of them. Kylian Mbappe on the left. Tries to cut it back. No foul. That is a foul there. Adrien Rabiot concedes a foul right outside the penalty box. Quite an awkward position. Might lay it off. 3 players lining up for a shot here, as we have a yellow card for encroachment by the defenders inside the PSG wall. Could go straight here, Antoine Griezmann. He could lay it off. It'll be Paul Pogba with the pass to Mbappe. That's a nice pass and a nice shot. Kylian Mbappe finally finds himself on the score sheet as France gets the comeback here. 2-1 now. They were down 1-0. Leading into the second half, but what a comeback. Republic Poly not giving up. They have the ball now. Can they make it 3 and seal the game? Yet another foul conceded in their own half by Nanyang Polytechnic. Angel Di Maria. Oh, I'm sorry, Samuel Mtiti on the ball now. Griezmann finds himself on the left flank. Cross comes in, looking for Paul Pogba. On rushing here. Luckily for Nanyang Polytechnic, Buffon was able to get a hold of the ball ahead of Paul Pogba. Otherwise, we could have seen a 3rd goal there. Kylian Mbappe on the right flank. Now it's Nanyang Polytechnic who needs to find the equalizer, or we will go into the final 3rd match of the series. Julian Draxler in the middle. The German lifting it high, trying to find Neymar, who was found, but the flick back goes absolutely nowhere. Well cleared by the defender. However, no counter-attack came out of it as Marquinhos collects the ball in the middle. Adrien Rabiot. Well tackled, Paul Pogba. Such a complete midfielder he is in this game. He can run, he can shoot, he can tackle, he can definitely make a pass here, as shown to Ousmane Dembele, who can't do anything much with it. 71 minutes have elapsed. Will we see an equalizer here by the boys from Nanyang Polytechnic as Paris Saint-Germain? The runs coming in from left. Chooses to go down the middle with Adrien Rabiot. Rabiot finding Di Maria. 3 defenders around him yet again. France just utilizing an all-out defense methodology here, trying to swarm their opponents out of possession. Kind of seems to be working, as even Griezmann is involved in the defensive work. Here comes Draxler on his favorite left foot, drags it back, tries to La Croqueta his way into the goal. Not going to happen here. And what a run that is by Kylian Mbappe into the left channel. Flicks it, tries to flick it past. Oh, I thought that was a back pass. Very interesting refereeing here. And in any case, Gianluigi Buffon will hoof it out. Nice control there by Hugo Lloris. France have the ball, they have the lead. Can they see things out here? Mbappe holding possession in the middle. N'Golo Kante tries to follow Mbappe's lead there, unable to do so. Here comes Neymar. A desperate lunge there by France is unable to stop Neymar. But here comes Paris Saint-Germain yet again. Well blocked there by the French defenders as Hugo Lloris tries to buy as much time as possible before launching one almost into the opposite penalty box there. France gets possession yet again. Sprays it wide, Antoine Griezmann. Passing it forward, Mbappe. He flicks it to absolutely nobody in particular. Here comes Paris Saint-Germain. It's 4-on-4. Can Paris Saint-Germain do much with the ball here? Mbappe tries to go for it on his own. Samuel Umtiti, a little bit too strong for the likes of Mbappe. Coming into injury time right now on this match number 2 between Nanyang Polytechnic and Republic Polytechnic. As things stand, we will go into a tiebreaker third match. Maybe France can even seal the deal here. Antoine Griezmann gets past a defender, not able to get past Gianluigi Buffon. PSG looking for an equalizer. That's not going to happen with passing like that. Here comes Julian Draxler. The last kick of the game, surely. Neymar finding himself one-on-one and goes for a shot. Nicely saved by Hugo Lloris. Last set piece of this game here. If nothing happens out of here, we will go into the tiebreaker third match between Nanyang Polytechnic and Republic Polytechnic. Paris Saint-Germain looking to make a last-minute substitution, bringing in Edinson Cavani for some added height into this corner kick routine. Choupo-Moting is no small player himself. He's being brought in as well. So it's all or nothing here for Paris Saint-Germain. They don't want to go to match number 3. Probably they will lose the momentum if that happens. 5 players inside the box. Cross comes in. Edinson Cavani challenges it. Paul Pogba clears it away. And Mbappe just swipes that into the opposing penalty area as the referee calls for time in this match number 2. So match number 1 won by Nanyang Polytechnic. That was erased out of the equation by this win here by Republic Polytechnic. We will go into a tiebreaker third match in this championship final between 2 previously undefeated teams here. Nanyang Polytechnic and Republic Polytechnic. Both of them have now encountered their very first loss of the entire championship to each other. And it seems that Nanyang Polytechnic will be going back to their tried and tested Barcelona outfit. Whereas their opponents, Republic Polytechnic, will, as mentioned previously, they decided to go with France all the way and sticking to their guns on that. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us from online, from twitch.tv/Skoga, this is the Campus Legends 2v2 Grand Finals between Republic Polytechnic and Nanyang Polytechnic, all fighting for a total prize pool of $3,000 worth of cash and scholarships. We started with 8 campuses: SIT, Republic Poly, Nanyang Poly, Temasek Poly, Ngee Poly, and of course the 3 IT campuses, East, West, and Central. We're down to the final 2. Both of them coming all the way down from the north. However, there can only be one king in the north, and that king will also be crowned as the national champions of the 2v2 arena. Looks like Barcelona, being controlled by Nanyang Polytechnic, is ready, and so is Republic Polytechnic, utilizing France. This is it. It's all or nothing for either one of these two teams. Whoever wins this match will win the whole championship outright. Nanyang Polytechnic using Barcelona. They will be in the away yellow kit. Their opponents, Republic Polytechnic, utilizing France as always. They will be in the home blue and white attire. As we kick things off in a championship match here, Nanyang Polytechnic attacking from left to right. Spreading play all the way to the other flank. Arturo Vidal loses the ball. Here comes Pogba trying to get an early pass in. Gerard Piqué gets his goalkeeper into danger, and the clearance finding only the opponent in Kylian Mbappe here. And finally Barcelona is able to get the ball out of danger. A very testy start to the championship match. What a through ball that was by Sergio Roberto. Unfortunately, his teammate Ousmane Dembele is not able to keep that ball into play. Oh, here comes an interception by Luis Suarez. Can he score one? Is he going to get a pass? He's going to get past one defender. First time shot on his weaker left foot, but the green time finish buries it into the back of the net. Past Hugo Lloris, who can do absolutely nothing about that. We have an early goal here, and it is scored by Nanyang Polytechnic, 1-0 in favor to them. Paul Pogba just dancing and twirling quite aimlessly in the middle of the park there. Here comes Mbappe. What a block that was by Samuel Umtiti. Using the bulk of his frame to just stop the forward run of Kylian Mbappe. Here is spreading play all the way to the right back, Sergio Roberto. Arturo Vidal not having had a good start to the match. Being deployed in the middle of the park here instead of Sergio Busquets. Here comes Lionel Messi. Ousmane Dembele on the right flank. Lionel Messi was such a thorn against France in the first match. Will aim to be played as a playmaker here in this championship match here. As we get into a corner kick after that smart save by the goalkeeper for France. Taken long, Antoine Griezmann, what a goal that is! Gerard Piqué direct from the corner kick. (2-0) now for Nanyang Polytechnic. Perhaps if they had stayed with Barcelona in that second match, we wouldn't be having this third match here. Don't fix what is not broken, as the adage goes. Here comes Barcelona yet again, trying to find the third goal. They have complete and dominant possession of the ball. Continue on the left flank. Finding Messi, tries to backheel his way through to Suarez, who scored that amazing first goal there. Just smashed the ball into the net very convincingly. 2-0 after 20 minutes. France finding themselves on the back foot yet again. Paul Pogba. Antoine Griezmann in the middle. N'Golo Kante feeding Mbappe on the right. Goes for a shot. What a save that is by Ter Stegen, unable to save that second one. And of all people, it's N'Golo Kante on the left foot. What a volley that was. Even defensive midfielders can score pretty well in this game. An early shot there by Philippe Coutinho. However, he was offside. 2-1. Nanyang Poly still in the lead, but Republic Poly on the ascendancy. Team RP having had to claw their way back from a 1-goal disadvantage early on. Whoa, that hit the post. Ousmane Dembele. A spectacular volley. Just rattles across the ball. No third goal for Barcelona. Nice La Croqueta there by both of the players for Barcelona, Messi and Vidal, to get past the defender. Vidal now on the ball. Loses it out to Mbappe. France charging forward, trying to find the equalizer, second goal. What a through ball that is. Around Gerard Piqué. Mbappe showing a burst of speed. Oh, the pass, however, on the wrong side of Antoine Griezmann. And Ter Stegen collects that and sends it out of danger. Flicked it back to Philippe Coutinho. Two defenders surrounding him now. No options available around Coutinho, as he found himself pretty much extinguished of the possession. Here comes Griezmann. Paul Pogba back to Griezmann. Switches it immediately all the way to the left flank. Lucas Hernandez. Switches it back to the right. Tanguy Ndombele now. Deployed as a right back. The new boy for Tottenham Hotspur. Normally he's deployed as a centre mid. Wayward pass there by the goal scorer N'Golo Kante. Suarez gets the ball, looking to feed it forward to Lionel Messi. A little bit too far, however. Griezmann collects the ball in play. Kylian Mbappe. Not able to get past Samuel Umtiti, who's been pretty much a solid rock in defense for Barcelona. Sergio Busquets now to his partner in the midfield, Arturo Vidal. Barcelona keeping possession. They're trying to see out this half, which is coming to an end. Maybe they can squeeze a last-minute third goal here. Not with that kind of passing by Luis Suarez. Somehow Barcelona still has the ball. Here comes Messi, drag back. Arturo Vidal charging forward. Ousmane Dembele finds himself hustled out by Rafael Varane, as Vidal wins the ball back for Barcelona. Long-range shot from an incredible distance. Oh, Hugo Lloris! What a mistake there by the French #1 goalkeeper, as he passes it directly onto the path of a Barcelona player who scores the easiest goal of his life. 3-1. That could be the mistake that cost them the championship. And the 2-goal deficit is back on for France, for Republic Poly. It's all or nothing for them in the second half. Half-time, Nanyang Poly has the healthy lead, 3-1. No changes at all in formation, lineup, or strategy for either of these two teams. We're going straight into the second half here. Nanyang Polytechnic has the lead. Nanyang Polytechnic has the lead as Barcelona. And they have the possession now up against Republic Poly, utilizing France. NYP won the first match before losing the second match to RP, and now they're on the winning side yet again. Can they keep it up, or will Republic Poly craft another unlikely comeback? Barcelona finding space on the right. Ndombele have to cut it back. And that 1-2 pass was magnificent. Still Dembele. Somehow the ball stayed at the feet. Sergi Roberto. Lionel Messi. Still Lionel Messi. Nice La Croqueta. The second one. A green time finish. Lloris well positioned this time. Trying to make amends for his earlier blunder. Still 3-1. Still an advantage for Barcelona, an advantage for Nanyang Poly. They have to defend, however. With that kind of passing by France, it's making it really easy for Barcelona to regain possession. Playing the ball down the middle. Messi and Suarez playing the 1-2s with each other. Still Messi, still Suarez, still Messi! What a shot that is by the Argentine talisman. 4-1. Is this the end of the championship for Republic Polytechnic? Is it too much for them to stage a comeback with only half an hour of in-game time remaining, or can a real miracle happen in the final match of the championship? 4-1 is the score right now. Nanyang Polytechnic seems to be cruising to the champion podium here. Here comes Dembele. Tackled by Sergio Roberto. France just can't get past the resolute defense of Barcelona. It shows yet again. The passing just has not been going so well for France. The same cannot be said for Barcelona here, being played by Nanyang Polytechnic, who's been having such a fantastic time on the ball. And here they are yet again. Can they find a fifth one? Back to Luis Suarez on his favorite right foot. The tackle comes in only as far as Dembele. Coutinho is deadly at this area of the pitch. The backheel pass to Busquets, who joins in. Oh, Busquets. Is that a penalty? That is actually a penalty, and could be a fifth goal coming in here for Nanyang Polytechnic. I thought it was offside, but actually it was a foul being called on by Ndombele, I believe. Oh, this could be an absolute tragedy for Republic Polytechnic. Can they save this penalty? Well, I believe it's a penalty. It's not yet confirmed though, but it kind of looks like one. Going to say an all-out change in formation. All-out attack for France. 4-2-4. The scoreline is 4-1, not in favor of France, so they have to go all out. They only have about 20 minutes of in-game time remaining. Will it be too little, too late for France? Will Nanyang Polytechnic go home with the championship? Barcelona is ready for play. Republic Poly still making last-minute changes here, bringing in Corentin Tolisso at right back. Now he's going to be deployed in the midfield. Benjamin Mendy comes in as well. Florent Thauvin on the left flank there. Pogba deployed as a striker to utilize probably his strength and his height, maybe as a target man. Oh, it's actually Kingsley Coman on the left flank. That will add in a lot of pace on the left. Griezmann on the right as well. We might see some wing play coming in for Republic Poly here. But they are down 4-1. It could be too little, too late. Republic Poly really taking the time to make sure all the settings are on point here. It's the last 20 minutes of the game. If they can't even score one goal from here, it's all over. Well, they need to score 3 goals, otherwise it's all over. Looks like they're going to push everything in the kitchen sink into the match here. Look at the aggressiveness that Denial is going to put into his team. Going to go for a fast build-up, playing it wide and pumping as many bodies into the opposite penalty box. Half an hour remaining. It is a penalty indeed. No yellow card, luckily for him. Going to have a 3-man substitution before this penalty. Can Nanyang Polytechnic score their 5th goal of the game? Lionel Messi over the ball. Up against Hugo Lloris. Will he make a save? Oh, just past the outstretched leg. It is 5-1 for Barcelona, for Nanyang Polytechnic. Running riot in this game as France tries to get as many people up front as possible. Kingsley Coman finds Paul Pogba, is unable to steer the ball into the net. Only finds it steered into the gloves of Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the goalkeeper for Barcelona. 5-1 the scoreline. France needs to score an incredible 4 goals in the next 20 minutes. Oh, that's one. That's one, of course. Driven hard and deep into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. Nothing that Marc-Andre ter Stegen can do for that. There's a lot that France needs to do here. Look at the amount of strikers available here. Paul Pogba deployed up front, gets past one. Tries to feed the attacker, Kylian Mbappe. A little bit too far, too close to ter Stegen. As he bravely collects the ball away from the French number 9. Ousmane Dembele finds himself with plenty of space on the right flank. Is this going to be 6? Lionel Messi cuts it back. What a tackle that is from France. Kingsley Coman feeding Paul Pogba. Going forward is Kylian Mbappe. Nice header back by Jordi Alba. And into the safety of his goalkeeper. Launches it high and long. It's end-to-end stuff right now. Can Republic Poly score 3 goals in the next 10 minutes of regulation time? Suarez staying onside. Long range shot on the wrong side of the post, however. Goes out for a goal kick. And Hugo Lloris launches it quickly to the left. Corentin Tolisso now trying to weave one past the defenders. But no less than 2 defenders are there for Barcelona. Dembele finding space there in the middle. Hugo Lloris brings it forward. Kylian Mbappe not able to get past Samuel Umtiti, who's been an absolutely magnificent defender for the match here for Barcelona. And France forced to kick it out into touch. Busquets. It's a very wayward pass, but somehow still finding a Barcelona player. Corentin Tolisso, the substitute, getting it back. Kingsley Coman, is he going to go down the middle? Yes, he does. Here comes Paul Pogba, laying it to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe taking one flick too many. Sergio Busquets with the tackle. Oof, bulldozed down by the defender. Play goes on, but rightly being brought back there. I don't think there's going to be enough time here for France to score 3 goals in 5 minutes. 1 goal, maybe 2 goals, perhaps. 3 goals. Could he be asking too much? Here comes Coutinho. He's just going to dribble his way through, almost getting a penalty. Yeah. Oh, Lionel Messi. La Coqueta his way into the penalty area. What a beautiful goal that is. Absolutely magnificent play by the boys from Nanyang Polytechnic. Skill moves galore by Lionel Messi. 6-2 is the scoreline. Surely the championship is decided. Perhaps a consolation 3rd goal by France here. Kingsley Coman tries to get past the defender, manages to get past one. Oh, what a beautiful flick up to the 2nd one there. But not able to get a control. Game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Crowning your champion for the 2v2 FIFA 19 Campus Legends Tournament. It is Nanyang Polytechnic. Very well done there by the 2 previously undefeated teams. Of course, there can only be 1 champion, and Nanyang Polytechnic will bring home them championship back up to the northern campus. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here at the Campus Legends 2v2 FIFA 19 Championship. It's been a hell of a tournament, but of course, do stay tuned if you're watching at home over at twitch.tv/Skoga. There's going to be a whole day of events and more championships, so do stay tuned. Whereas for me, thank you for joining me. I'm Evil Sword. I'll see you guys in the next competition. Have a good day, guys.